So here at Whirlwind Family Farm, our first planting of 2025 is going to be carrots. On this row, right inside the high tunnel, this is a 50-foot row. The bed is pretty much already prepped. We do need to go in and broad fork, and I will show you quickly what broad forking is. But one of the things that we do is I go in with a stirrup hoe just to make sure lightly across the surface, just to make sure there are no weeds that are there, just as I go down through this row. And I've already done that with a stirrup hoe, and you can see, I'm sure most people are familiar with the stirrup hoe, one of the tools that we prefer here at Whirlwind Family Farm. So we'll go in, and I'm going to broad fork this row, and we'll show you, here's what broad forking looks like. It's a technique that we do for one main reason, is that carrots need to be in a very malleable soil, something that's very soft, that when those carrots start to grow, they go straight down, and they are straight and grow straight the way a carrot is supposed to look. If you plant carrots into a soil that has a little bit of compaction, they tend to curve or turn or bend. It's not going to affect the taste at all with a carrot, but it's just not going to look the way a carrot should. And for our customers, we want them to be as presentable as possible. So that's why we broad fork. We don't broad fork on all of our no-till system out here because the soil simply does not need to be disturbed at all. But for carrots, we make that exception and come in so that soil will be as loose as possible. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll go in with one of my rakes, smooth down this row to make it as level and smooth as possible for my little earthway seeder. So when those wheels roll across and we're dropping those seeds in, it's as smooth and as level as possible so we get good distribution of seeds and that furrow is not moving up and down. Now I will tell you, for your small backyard gardens, carrots can be planted. You can take a stick or your finger, make a very light row, and carrot seeds are tiny. You can just drop them in by hand and just go back and pinch and cover that row, those seeds. Very simple, very easy. And for your family, you're not going to need a lot of rows of carrots because you just don't need the volume that I need on a market garden. So it's a simple thing to do, and you don't have to go the expense of buying an earthway seeder, they're about $160. There's the Jang seeders. They're going to be up in the $700-800. You certainly don't need that. That's going to be more on a commercial level. So that's going to be our first planting of 2025 is carrots. This row will contain 3 individual rows. That's going to be thousands of carrots that'll be planted on this row. We'll come in with a drip system. But let me tell you the 2 main things to remember with carrots is you want that soil to be soft and malleable, as I said before. The second is on the germination phase, which is about 10 days. You need to come in and 2 to 3 times, sometimes we'll do it 5 times a day, come in and just with a little canned water, lightly water the top of those seeds that have been planted, because if those seeds ever dry out, they will not germinate. And that's the key to have those carrots to germinate and pop out, is they have to stay wet. Some people will go in with a row covering after they have really heavily watered those rows, put down some good, you want to put that water down gently so those little seeds are not disturbed, and they'll put a row cover to keep that moisture locked in. We just come in and we'll hand water it, top water it for 10 days. It is kind of labor intensive, but it ensures good germination of those carrots. So that's pretty much our process with carrots here at Whirlwind Family Farm. And again, I'll repeat it again, is the soil needs to be malleable for them because they are a deep root vegetable that has to go down, and that way they will look exactly like they should. Blessings over you, your family, your garden, your carrots this season. Stick with us as we go through each of our plantings this year. We want to take you along with us so you can do as well in your garden. You may have your own system that you do differently from us, and that's great. We'll link the seeds that we use in the description below. You don't have to use our seeds. We order from various different companies. And also we have a couple of different videos you can watch here on the screen. Check those out. Blessings over you, your family, your garden in 2025 from Whirlwind Family Farm.